Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome in or welcome back. I know I've been doing a lot of activations, affirmation activations, and we're just doing a few videos this morning on the real, and the true. How have you been feeling? It's been a wild ride the past couple of months. Every month is different in its own aspect, but the last 5 to 6 weeks for me personally, with how my gifts and abilities are continuing to amplify, activate, turn on more and more, reawaken, remember, all of it in its own way. But with all of that, I'm still in this space of like, I'm frustrated. I'm just like, again, I try to stay in this present moment and not get caught up in what's coming, because I know it's coming. I can feel what's coming. I've been shown in small aspects. It's like this for me, because I'm so clear knowing, when it feels like deja vu, it's not like I'm given a vision. And sometimes I know deja vu can be very, it's wonky. It's, again, basically you're just tapping into future timelines or past timelines. But for me, what I've been feeling like very displaced in this middle space, in the in-between, like still 1 foot here, 1 foot there, standing over a cliff. The physical reality I know is going to change at some point, but when you are, and you probably can feel this too, is like you just learn to get really good at enjoying life no matter what your physical reality is. But you're human. You're here to experience and to feel. And yes, I've been feeling frustrated. I feel stuck. I know I'm not stuck, but it's like this feeling and working through these triggers and going through these portals and just sitting with this. And why am I feeling this way, even though I know what's coming? And again, I think that's just that deep soul fatigue. I am an ancient soul. I've been around this block, this planet many times, as well as many others. So some of you just might be feeling this deep soul fatigue. And it's like riding a wave, right? 222 on the timer. And for me, I go through these waves. And typically during these waves, it's after I've been majorly activated, or I'm just sitting where I feel like, things, I don't feel as tapped in. I guess maybe sometimes you feel like your gifts were really being activated. Then there's like this neutral state. And I think that's just so you can re-regulate for the next level. And this has been for me. I joke, like people are like, how are you doing? I'm like, I don't know, let me check in. Have I been activated? Have I received downloads? Have I been participating in massive global activations, pyramids, stargates? It's been big for me personally. And it's fun and exciting, and it's, but then there's the in-between. There's that kind of like, what? And there's this, then you might have those lows where you're still purging old shit, deep cellular stuff, ancestral stuff. So just breathe. Just breathe. So outside of everything that's been taking place, in 2 nights ago, 2 mornings ago, it was because mine usually happens earlier in the morning, like right before I wake up, or if I'm up early and I have a hard time going back to sleep. And I didn't sleep great last night. At least I didn't think I slept great. I don't know. And you're also exhausted because your soul's working with other souls, continuing to build the foundations of what humanity is stepping into, or doing house cleanup. Like you're cleaning timelines, you're cleaning stuff up. You're busy. Your physical body's not moving, but your soul is busy, and you come back and you're fucking fully exhausted because you're being activated. Download, which is basically another form of activation. You're receiving packets of information. Maybe you're getting electrocuted. I hate to say that word, but what came to mind 2 days ago after this happened, not this morning, yesterday morning, I lose track. Like I said, time is all wonky for me. Is time wonky for you? Again, we're keeping it real. This is just a conversation from one beautiful soul to another beautiful soul, or many beautiful souls, and just keeping it real. I want to just keep this open, and please share where you're from. Please share your experiences. I'm not going to keep this to myself, because it would make me even more it would make me even feel even more isolated. So having a conversation with whoever receives this doesn't make me feel as isolated. alone going through this, even though I know I'm not alone going through this. So the other morning, I received another bolt, I guess. What came to mind when I had like tried to ask the team what happened, like if you can give me a visual, I had Chevy Chase, the cover of National Lampoon's Vacation, where he was electrocuted, but it didn't feel like it, like lightning bolt electricity, like that, you know, jagged. It felt more like again, that supernova, like stars exploding, like sparkler from the inside, like that type of activation that happened where, and it was in my astral state, which is really weird. I was in my dream, which is even weirder because my Akashic record reader was in the dream state too. I'll have to ask him about that when I see him on Saturday because it was really bizarre. Like, I don't get really caught up in all of that, so it was like this weird scenario, this dream scene I like to call it, even though I don't, it's like an astral scene, dream scene, I don't know, higher realm scene, who knows. But basically, when the team came in and shocked me, but again, using Chevy Chase's image on the National Lampoon's cover, where he's like, that's how I felt in the astral. And what happened was, it felt like I was one, and then when this took place, it kicked me out. What it felt like, it kicked me out of my physical body, and now I'm looking at my physical body from my astral body, and from my physical body looking at my astral body. So now there was two parts of me. I mean, there's many parts to you, but that's how it felt in this scene. But the feeling and the sensation, so I guess getting to the point is, if you're feeling these massive surges of energy, whether it's just in an arm, a leg, which I've had that many times, I'll get it in my headphones when I'm listening in meditation. They'll bring frequency in here, where it will jolt through the head, where it'll be like this. I mean, I'm pretty good at meditating at this point. I can stay there, so it doesn't like bring me out. It's just another way they can activate your clairaudience. So there's like whatever they're bringing through the frequency, it's like an extra like that, but it's only head based or arm based or leg based. This was whole body based, and literally kicked me out of my physical body sensation. Again, this was very more lucid type situation. I don't know, sort of, same, but not. So if you're experiencing, I guess, sources, what I mean to say this is sharing this experience, getting to the meat of the information, as if you're feeling these, that's normal. There's a lot that's being turned on and activated in everybody, not just from your spiritual team members of love and light, but from the sun, from Gaia, from this invisible, natural, cosmic wave. What was coming through, hold on, let me find this, with the pyramids being reactivated, the stargates turning on. It's this cosmic living energy, this flow, currents, this current of energy that's running through your ley lines. You have ley lines, and if you haven't seen those videos, I did a 5-part series on that. Each, what we call chakras, I'm going to start referring to them as vortices. They're portals, vortices. All right, so you're going to receive this maybe more gently or more intensely. Your team's not going to give you anything you can't handle, and I'm the type of person who can handle a lot of intense energy. That's just the way my soul is built. I've come to find out my soul is very resilient and built for like bring me to the edge, because I'm going to take as much as I can so we can get what we need to get done. So I can integrate this, embody this, so we can bring this forth for the collective when it's time. That's my soul's personal. Yours might be more of a little gentler. But either way, you might get intense, like I said, bolt like this. It could be like just this area. It could be your full body. It could be just an arm or a leg, a foot, your hands. I've had it in many ways. But lately it's been bigger type. They bring me to the brink. I guess this is also like, I'm terrible. Like shock therapy just came to mind. I don't know why the team brought that up. I just got full body chills for that. Like shock therapy is kind of like that type of sensation. I know shock therapy is awful. No, it's awful. But it's that type of feeling, I guess, to a degree. And then I always look at things like this amp voltage, you know, this dial turning it up. All right, what are we going with the shock therapy, team? Why? It's to, again, just to activate that dormant light codes, your DNA, those packets of light. Oh no. And you need, like, now they're bringing paddles in. So we've got shock therapy as a visual and paddles, heart paddles, shocking your system awake. Fuck. Okay. That's interesting. I might have to go down that one. That's the two things, and I'm getting full body chills. So that's a huge confirmation that you feel like you've been paddled. Like if you have a heart attack, you'll go into sign it, you know, with your heart, where they clear. Could be like that big one lifting off the bed. Mine is more like in this in-between state. Sometimes in the like physical, like in meditation, it's more like in the physical and not in that sleeping state or that in-between sleep and wake. So shock therapy, you know where they would use shock therapy to rewire, reawaken. And again, these are two symbols, again, to give you visuals. So imagine you're taking these on different parts of your body and you're shocking different parts of your body awake, your soul awake, these packets of information, shocking them a little bit so they can unfold and wake up, because maybe they're held really tight, and that little bolt of frequency and energy that they're giving you is going to give it a little, just to kind of get it to like come back online. Interesting. I'll have to sit with that and see what comes through on that. But that's an interesting one. Thanks, team. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. But again, there's a reason Source wants me to share our personal experiences. People are like, oh, I don't want to share this. I don't want to do this. Well, do that, even if it's for yourself. Start doing a video diary. One, you're talking to yourself, you're talking out loud so you can hear this, and that'll, you speaking your experiences, now you can hear it, your cells hear it, your body hears it, your field hears it, even if you don't post it. You could voice record it. I like video, even though sometimes I'm off here and not here, and that's just because information, trying to tap in a little more deeply. It's channeling. Rambling is channeling. Channeling is rambling. I got paused here just a second. Bear with me. The sun and the moon. I'm looking at be love, be light. You are the sun, you are the moon, you are the tree. And just be. And just allow. And if you, okay, thank you. My ears, no, like they cleared, like they were, now they popped. All right, so I had it. Where'd it go? Fear. All right, so this is what happens, because yes, I have been energetically, and maybe you have too. We don't want to give our power away to the fear. If these are happening to you, Source says, and you feel your butt cheeks, your sphincter clench up, you go into this fear, breathe into it. Because if you're conscious of this, like when you get really good, you get like aware of this. And I've had moments where I'm like, all right. I'm like, all right. Just breathe into this and allow. But also if you're worried that it's something not of unconditional love and light, that it's more malevolent and not benevolent that's coming, just call your team in. Know that you're more powerful. Go into your heart space and breathe love out to everything that's in the space. Because if it is not, if something is there that is trying to pretend or be something it's not, I'm finding the words right now. You just send your heart, your love out, and it'll basically shine them out, like the Patronus, right? It'll, like the Dementors. So when you contract, catch yourself, relax, and go into your breath, go into your heart space, your quantum compass, your heart vortex, and then expand that heart vortex outside of your entire physical body into your field, and that'll be like your Patronus and it'll, if there is anything that is not of unconditional love and light in the space or coming at you in the astral, whatever, it will basically just blast them away because they can't be in that. Okay? So that might be helpful if you're a Harry Potter person. If not, you can go check that particular thing out with the Patronuses. Again, there's no coincidence that my team uses video references and movie references and other ways for signs, synchronicities, and symbolism. So we've got the symbolism of shock therapy, paddles. I can't think of that right now. Like CPR, what are they? I can't think of those, you know what I mean. The Patronus, the mentors, because you are the Patronus, right? You are this beautiful crystalline light. I use rainbow. I'm a unicorn in rainbow. I like all the colors. Not that I don't call the gold and white colors in. But when I've had this happen last year, I would just like get, you know, I get into my space and then I get into my power. And this is in a in-between astral state, like where I'm like, I call in source energy and calling the team members in, clean the house, bring in all of the light and the love and whatever's, because I've been flipped around like in a washing machine when I've been spiritually attacked in the in-between spaces or in the astral realms. Pulled on, grabbed. Know your power. Stand in your power. And then when you can do that, when you start clenching, you can just relax like that and then just send your love and your light out. Call your team members already there. Call them in, call source energy, and do whatever you feel called to through unconditional love, but you're doing this through power, through your empowerment, knowing your power, and then blasting that out. And you'll become untouchable and unfuckable with. And if they dare fuck around in your energy, play stupid games, get fucking stupid prizes. So that quit happening for a lot of reasons. When I was able to, in that state, quit contracting, breathe into it, stand in my power in the in-between spaces, in my mind, have this telepathic communication with whatever the hell is taking place. But now when it happens, I'm like, okay, we're getting charged up. We're getting shocked a little bit. And then you sit and you contemplate like, what? Oh, okay. Then you can ask all your questions, write your questions down, record your stuff, record it on a video, record it on a voice message, whatever it is. Record, document, because you might forget. Okay? And then when you re-listen, you reactivate and you reawaken more dormant information. That's how that works. How do I know? Because I know. I re-listen to all the shit I record. Well, not all these videos, but like my sessions and things like that I have with my Akashic record reader or my spiritual mentor, aka my soul mama, you know, or if I'm in class, I go to class tonight, I go to spiritual mediumship class tonight, you know, different things like that. I record what I can record, whether it's post or in session. I document, and then I re-listen, I reread. It's important. It just, let's say you do that and then you listen to that session a week later, but your soul then wasn't ready to receive information that is now being received a week later because you re-listened to it. Because you hear different things, you hear different messages. Everything's a code, everything's a sign, everything's a synchronicity, everything is information. Everything is information. A wink, a nod, a this and a that, an unlocking a key. It really is. And don't let anybody else tell you otherwise. You know the truth. And there we go. We are 19 minutes done. 1, 9, 10, ending, beginning, ending, beginning, ending. Thanks for hanging out. Listening to the channeling, the rambling, the information. And as always, I hope you take care of you. Rest when you're called to, move when you're called to, create when you're called to, be still when you're called to, sleep when you're called to, meditate when you're called to, take a class when you're called to, all of that. It's either a hell yes or a hell no. Okay? From my heart to yours, I will see you on the next one. See you on the other side. This side, the other side. You know what I mean.